Jeff Guy with mma-ko, and I'm standing to the next to the legend, Cal Worsham. Awesome and honored to be with you right here. Man, what's going on? Big things. We're here at Big Dave's
grand
open house. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I tell you, I was honored. Dave called me up and asked me if I would come out to his grand opening, and I said, of course, it'd be my pleasure. And I can't believe the amount of people in this new school he's got. It's off the hook.
People love Dave. I mean, that's really what it comes down. They just love him. They want to feed off his energy. It's great stuff.
He's one of the greatest guys in and outside of the cage that I've had the pleasure of meeting.
Yeah, it's awesome. Tell us about what's going on with you. Good stuff is going on.
Well, most people know by now I've been blessed. I've kind of stepped out of the fighting. I haven't fought since 2007, but I've been co-promoting matchmaking with Gladiator Challenge under Ted Williams. And it's just been an awesome. My first show was August last year out in Woodland, California.
Yes.
And my son, at the ripe old age at 18, stepped up, fought for the welterweight world title that night against a very tough Nico Medina from Team Tap Out. And he beat him and won the title a month before he took off for Army boot camp. So
that is something else. I mean, to have your son and then and him watch you, and now you get to kind of watch him. It's got to be a beautiful thing.
It's been a dream come true. I mean, we had some things I never even thought would even be a possible opportunity. August of 2007, which was my last fight, my son and I fought together.
Yes.
And we're the first father and son team in mixed martial arts history to fight on the same card at a major production like Gladiator, King of the Cage, UFC, WC, all the great shows out there. And we both won, luckily, with first round TKOs. Yeah. Then he turns around a year later, wins the welterweight title, making us the first father and son team in mixed martial arts history to each have a world title in possession. Yeah. So if nothing else ever happens to me, I'm blessed beyond my expectations.
Absolutely. I mean, not only that, the championships that you've been able to do and to watch your son do it has got to be phenomenal.
Well, now and all my friends, and the guys that I train from my old team, Jamie Hara, James Fanishear, Garrett Duggar, all those guys have stepped up, and since I've stepped away from the team, and they're doing well. They're blessed, and they're still champs. It makes me feel good, like maybe I had a small part.
Is there maybe a possibility that we can see you back in there again?
There is a possibility. I did have an offer. I was supposed to fight May 2nd in Texas against Don Fry.
Wow.
Don just recently did an interview on another promotion we won't mention.
Okay.
And he did mention that fight. Unfortunately, we couldn't work out the monies with this promoter. So we're hoping, it was his first show. We're hoping for the next show he'll give us enough time to work this out and have Don and I as his headliner, and Don the Predator Fry and Cal Worsham will go hook them up one more time.
That'd be beautiful stuff. Let's talk about the up-and-coming Gladiator fights that are coming on, man. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, we kind of, for a while, taken a step back in Gladiator. We used to be up at Canocti Vista Casino at Clear Lake, and we haven't been there for a year and a half, no contract. We haven't been at Calusa Casino for about 4 years, which was a mainstay. A lot of nostalgia there. Quentin Rampage Jackson winning the first ever light heavyweight belt of Gladiator was at Calusa. Myself winning my first belt in Gladiator was at Calusa. I mean, a lot of great memories there. We got them back. I got signed contracts. Our first show's coming up May 31st here at Canocti Vista, and then June 26th I'm back here in Roseville with Badman Dave Huckabee headlining for the heavyweight belt. And then July 31st is my first show back at Calusa with the new signed contract. I'm excited. We're going to blow up. All that was lost is regained now. Since Ted's brought me on to Gladiator, we're moving forward. My old team, which is now Carnage, they're coming on board. They're fighting for us at this May 31st show at Canocti, so I'm excited to have them back, and have some mended relationships there.
Wow.
And it's just good for the sport.
Exactly. This is great stuff. And is there anything you want to say to your fans and people that, of what's going on? Anything you want to put out there to them?
Just support the sport. Find your fighters, find your promotions. I really don't care if you're going to Strikeforce. I love that show myself. Support the WC, the UFC, but if Gladiator happens to be in your neck of the woods, come on out and support us, or support one of the fighters in the show. That's it.
I got one question from you, and a legend like yourself, I'm sure it's been asked. One thing is a young kid coming up, probably been asked to you before, he wants to be a fighter, and he comes to you, hey, I want to be a fighter. What do you tell him?
Well, he's got to get in with a program, a team. He can't be an independent anymore, not really. And most schools are so legit, they're not going to let you be that independent that bounces around like a gym rat.
Exactly.
I have another word I use, but I'll clean it up. But you find a place like Dave Huckabee's here, and you get in where there's yourself and several other instructors and a pool of fighters, so you got plenty of training partners. That's where you get it done. That's where you get your strides and earn them.
Wow.
And somebody like that who's got cage experience will know when to tell you when you're ready. That's the best advice I give you, and it doesn't matter whether it's Dave's or Team Carnage or any other teams out there. Dave Marinoble's kickboxing and Roseville, all those guys are proven. All these schools have champs within them. You can't go wrong going to a place like that and being affiliated.
Awesome. Well, Cal Worsham, you guys, this is the man, and it's an honor again to have you.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Good stuff.
Pleasure.
See this Gladiator Challenge. Big fights coming in May.
Gladiatorchallenge.com for all the up-to-date info.
You got it.